Hey, hi, hello. Welcome to Unveiled, where we play D&D. It's a good time. It's going to be a homebrew live play thing with all of our players currently stuck in jail. So we'll get to that after we do some introductions. Hi, Joff.
Hello, I'm Introduction. Welcome to Joff Playing Game. Have every conceivable notion and have it now, for I play a character. And over to you, Andy.
Who is named Yari. Hi, Tony.
Good evening, Andy. I have come to find that I need to buy a little hand maraca for that intro because I just want to play a maraca while it's doing its thing. And we're stuck in jail, and I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but I'm sure it's going to be maximum fuckery. So back to you, Andy.
Yes. Hi, Emily. Yes.
Yes, you.
Hi. Hello. I am Gerda, a rat. Oh, apparently a riffraff street rat. Yes, a rat. I guess that's all you need to know.
Beautiful. Hi, Amador.
What's up, Andy? You still have not returned my lawnmower. I am in need. The grass is growing. It is eating my house. Please send help. Also, I play Argyle. He's a frog. He also heals things. I hope I don't get stabbed in prison tonight. Thank you.
I may have taken the lawnmower apart. Hi, Chris.
Hello, I'm Introduction. My name is Chris B. And what fun we could have if only space and time would coalesce around us. Back to you, Andy. I play Tilvius the Centaur.
If only. So last time we were here, our players went to a library and found some stuff. In book, yeah, and then they went to a palace, and then I don't even think you guys ate any of the food at the palace.
I fed some to my mimic.
You did. That's
seems
right. You fed
fine.
some to the mimic. Went to go leave. Found a guard to have you leave, and Yari cut him in half. And then were promptly escorted to the prison for questioning about what the fuck happened, as you played it off as if the shadow creature did it.
Technically, I missed with my attack roll, and the
Yes,
shadow creature
natural one.
did
Did not.
cut it in half.
I
Yes.
second that.
It being the
Your ability to control
person.
what happened failed.
failed.
Yeah, so we are gonna pick up today with everybody inside of the holding cell. It's kind of just like this large, like rectangular room, maybe I'd say 20 feet by like 10 feet in length. There's little benches along the outside, very dungeon-esque down here with some of the scones on the wall. Yeah, that's where we'll pick up. Outside of the cell, you can see a couple guards walk back and forth here. There's still, you kind of hear the guys on the table to the left hand side when you walked in, sitting around. That's where we'll pick up. And as we pick up, you all are kind of settling in to this cell. Everybody. I'd say everybody probably is able to see this. As Cirrus goes to sit down on a bench, he kind of falls backward as if the bench doesn't exist through the wall and disappears.
What the heck? Wait, don't. Oh, geez, there goes another one. Was there any like special effects with this, or was it just like whoop?
He falls through the wall, and you hear that self-same twinkling as Kevin is still in the cell.
Oh no!
And does not appear to have made a noise, but you hear that twinkling of Kevin as this happens.
Oh,
I touched the wall where he fell through.
It is cold and solid stone.
Right.
We cannot fall through the stone. Only he did.
I'll try. Try it, Gerda. Sit down. See what happens.
Rather
Smacks the wall.
sitting down.
rather uncomfortable bench. And the cold hard stone wall behind
But
you.
of the wall.
Just a normal wall.
Who wants to place bets on whether the fairy realm called him home just now?
I wonder if they want to rewrite the contract. Maybe there was something in there that they just didn't like, and they just needed a quick discussion. Maybe he'll be back soon. I don't know.
I'm gonna trot over to the bars and signal to a guard. Hey, excuse me.
One of them that's kind of patrolling back and forth walks over. Yes.
Any idea how long it'll be until we're questioned, and who's going to be doing questioning?
The captain of the guard, Alda Ilmore, is on his way.
Okay. I know him.
Cool, because we were like,
You do know
guests of
him.
we were kind of like, guests of the Duke and stuff. So being in here is kind of like a little bit of an inconvenience,
They just kind of look at you and are staying a few paces back from the cell. You guys, if you don't remember, left a large puddle of blood, and word travels fast.
I thought it was frozen.
No,
I
just
mean-
the body was frozen. The blood was pooling out.
We have a solid story that the shadow monster killed him, and we just happened to be, unfortunately, in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I
Right.
was also stabbed by
So-
said monster.
I think probably the rumors are, if you'd like to roll an insight, you can figure out what this guy's thinking as he's standing away from the bars.
I think we already know what he's thinking.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to do it anyway.
There's a fire, and I'm trying to save it for this
Inside! It's a 19!
Oh, fuck.
Hold
18
on,
plus
I got
1.
even higher. That would be a 25.
Oh my gosh. And I got a
So-
22.
I came
So-
to D&D tonight, people.
Okay,
Mhm.
so in a 19 and a 22, you can both tell that this guy is concerned. Obviously, the story is that there's a shadow monster at loose in the castle. But currently, what is known, probably you all were around when a guy died and are now in prison, and they don't know how this happened or why it happened. And magic is commonplace in this world. So
Wrong place, wrong time.
spooky motherfucker.
I cast Ice Knife.
With a 25, as you're looking at this guy and you realize all of the self-same stuff, that he's probably scared of what's going on. He's just a guard down here.
Just a guard.
You
I won't
look
float
and
away.
there's this like slight shift, and you just get the feeling that this guy is rather hungry. He's got that look about him, like he's looking for a meal. That's kind of the vibe you get, that he is famished.
I'll say, hey, you want some jerky?
I may have a dead possum or two
You know,
inside my rope that I could toss
I can
in.
do
Give it
you
to
one
Derek.
better. I can do you one better than the jerky. So you did a marvelous job, bringing us down here, making sure everybody's safe and secure. We're going to get questioned, all the 9 yards. However, it looks like you're super hungry, right? So if you go back down the hallway, like right down yonder, there was a whole room of food that we didn't hardly even touch. You could go do your thing, get yourself a little meal, a little snack, and be back before the captain ever know what happened.
He looks down the hallway and then he looks back. Roll persuasion on that.
Yeah, baby. Let's go.
And you can roll persuasion if you are trying to give him jerky as well.
Can I give him guidance?
You can give one of them guidance.
Whoa, guidance and jerky?
Oh, man.
I'll
My
give it to
conclusion's gonna be
Rissati.
11.
I'll give Rissati a little.
Okay. Hold on. Where's my D4?
Okay, what did you get,
So
Tobias?
D4 or D6?
11.
Oh, okay.
D4.
Argyle, D4. Thank you. 15 total.
So an 11 and a 15. On the 11, you'll kind of like take the jerky and you're
I
reaching out
made it
with
myself.
it. He'll take a step forward and then a step back. And then on the he'll just kind of stare at you a little bit. And Rosati, as you say that, and there's this look of contemplation on his face as his head kind of like screws up. And he just kind of takes a step and walks off towards the right-hand side out of view. You still hear footsteps here, and they don't sound like they've gone up steps yet. But that's where we're at.
Well,
I'll turn to the group and kind of like huddle us up and say, did the Duke seem super sketchy to anyone else?
I mean, he didn't seem sketchy to me, but the whole situation did.
yeah.
Like, why? This is where they were leading us anyway. Like, this is where the guard was leading us when the shadow monster attacked.
I don't trust them. All cops are bastards. Let's get out of here.
Well, we're kind of stuck. And
A little bit behind bars right now.
And
I feel like
who was coming? Who did they call?
Captain of the Guard.
Captain Ilmar.
Have we run into this guy before?
Yes.
Only Tilvia.
He's the guy who I brought back to interview Viral.
And how did that interaction go? Was it positive for us, or
He seems like a straight stand-up guy. But listen, so the Duke seemed really interested in the fact that Viral was being held at the guild hall. He seemed really interested in the fact that Chrome, the dragon, was not at the guild hall currently. I have a letter saying that he was in contact with Viral trying to get a heart transplant going. This is all super sketchy stuff.
Yeah.
Worth noting that no one here has like knowledge or the medical understanding of a heart transplant. The understanding that came from that letter is much more of like tearing out a heart and shoving it in someone else. Like that's the understanding here.
Would I have a little bit of an understanding?
No,
I
this
am
isn't
trained
like
in
medicine.
medicine.
This isn't like a surgery that would be commonplace or like training.
Is this like necromantic kind of shit?
More or less, yeah. Where your understanding is much more necromantic than medicinal.
So he's trying to create crazy, weird, witchy
trying to
goblin
put someone's
monsters.
heart in something else.
Yeah. He's making himself some kind of undead army or something. I think speculation here.
I think he's going to make a play against the guild.
You mean to
That would be
get
ballsy.
Viral out?
To get Viral out.
It wouldn't be ballsy right now. Everyone's leaving.
Yeah, everyone. There's no guild master. All the proven are leaving to go to Bridge Hall.
Okay, well we've got.
I don't know.
We've got to get out of here.
What do you think of this? What do you think of the Duke? Didn't you cast detect thoughts on him?
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, I was just getting like very. I didn't get real deep.
No, you got
a
something
black
crazy.
circle. Where his face
that's
should be,
right. That's right. That's right.
which never has happened before.
So, I'm wondering if that was really the Duke, or if it was maybe a stand-in or something. I don't know. It just felt weird. I agree. Something is off. I don't know what it is, but it just feels like there are some very strange things going on right now, and we need to get the hell out of here.
Are we guarded right now?
Agitated.
Yes. There are guards kind of walking back and forth. None of them seem to be paying you much mind as you're all kind of huddled up, whispering.
Okay.
I can 100% break these bars. Without a doubt.
I reach into my shirt and I pull out my thieves' tools.
So the question is, Tilvius, should we let the captain of the guard question us, or should we break out of here and kill everyone and leave?
No.
I don't trust these cops.
I don't trust them either, Gerda. But I don't think
Gerda being Gerda, as one of the guards walks past, just kind of looks at you all with just this slightly hurt expression, and then continues on his way.
Would you like some jerky? We have some jerky.
No, thank you.
I go, I don't trust
Got
this
some
either,
mushrooms
but I
for him.
also don't really want to try and cut our way out of people who might just be trying to do their jobs. I mean, I wasn't trying to end that man. The shadow did that. This isn't a lie. A shadow
That wasn't
monster
your
killed
fault.
that man.
Do you think you can control it?
I've never not. I don't know
Insight
what.
check.
Oh yeah.
As you say you don't know, and you've never felt this. There's a like slight tingling sensation
The 9.
on your shoulder. As
There's nothing I'm
Fusaga's
hiding.
staring at you.
On my shoulder?
Just a tingle.
Okay. I look over. I mean, it's not Kevin on my shoulder.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Kevin's kind of fucked off. It's kind of staring intently at the wall where Cirrus fell through.
Okay.
It's okay. There's no wells back there, Kevin. It'll be all right.
Okay.
Sylvius
my
closes his eyes, and you hear him muttering to himself, "Practice so that you might never be caged again. Practice so that you might never be caged again."
Who said that?
Tilvius.
Sylvius.
Yari
That's
goes,
what we're unaware of or something? I do not understand.
that's just what he said out loud. You know as much as
but
we
like
do.
that's your
He's-
mantra. I feel like there's maybe a meaning behind it. So like you don't get us out of here, Tilvius.
Oh, we are getting out of here.
We're getting outta
100%. My thought is we wait to talk to the captain of the guards. Tilvius says he's a straight shooter. We tell them as much of the truth as we can. And then we either go on our way or we go on
Do
our
what we have
way.
to.
But we have to get back to the guild. And then depending on, man, I love this town, but depending on how
I hate
much
this
we
town.
fuck up, we are going to have to go somewhere else.
As long as we don't kill anybody else, I think we're fine. We can just beat them half to death, just not to death. Right?
I admire your optimism, Gerda.
We're
But
gonna be
I think
okay.
assault will land us in shackles.
No, we're gonna be okay. We will
Or hang.
not even assault. Just into unconsciousness. Not even like a brutal assault. You know, a Vulcan.
That's the definition of a brutal assault.
I believe in us. No, it's gonna be so delicate. It's gonna be like a fairy kissing your eyelids while you sleep.
Shiro,
you
can you
get
define?
some very upset twinkling as you say that.
Can you tell us what this what this cell looks like? You said it's large enough for all of us. It's just kind of like a holding tank.
Yeah.
We're talking.
Are there any windows?
Yeah, windows,
there
bars.
are not any windows. It's just like stone bricks kind of piled on here. There are two scones on either side lit with that same like kind of brightish red fire. And then just this like stone bench or this wooden bench that lines the wall around in like a U shape, connected with little chains to the wall.
How are there bars on one side or multiple sides?
Just one side.
How wide?
Are the in between the bars?
Yeah.
Maybe like 2 or 3 inches.
Oh, 2 or 3 inches. Okay. So even if I was in a different shape, I couldn't fit through, but Gerda could.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think Gerda's out of wild shape. So.
Little me.
Oh, maybe not.
No, I can't.
No, I think
She's full up.
Yeah,
she's full up.
She should have. Yeah.
I could also turn into a spider, so I could literally slither through anything.
Yeah.
Why don't we give it just a little bit of time? Let the captain come. Let's talk to him. And then we will do what we have to do to be gone from here after that.
I mean, I'd really like to get my sword back before we leave. I don't care so much about the bow, but it was expensive. But I'd really like to get that sword back if we have to.
We're
get
not
out.
leaving here without our stuff.
Leaving here is
Yeah.
more important than our stuff.
Let's take our shit.
They have my fucking teapot. I'm not leaving here
That's
without
the
my
most.
teapot.
That's the biggest travesty of all.
I thought they only took the weapons, not the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they took
These
weapons. They left
monsters.
me with everything else.
Okay.
This was not
I just out of
actual
precaution gave them the
imprisonment.
mimic.
Yeah.
Still
the
Oh,
mimic's on the
don't-
table
don't
with the
untie
weapon.
this.
Did you take the mimic out and hand it to them, or did you give them?
No,
the
I
bag?
handed them the
Okay.
bag, the saddle
Okay.
bag that it was.
And
in.
he said, "Do not take that out of there."
Yeah, do not take
so-
the mimic out.
So
I said.
if you did that, a couple of minutes would have gone by as you guys were talking, and at about this point, you'll hear like ah! from the table off to the side.
We told you.
I said, do not mess with the mimic.
Why? Just why?
It's my pet. None of your business.
Why did you
Why?
even name it?
So, a little bit of time goes by before that self-same figure comes to the gate here. That same individual with his drawn back like raven stark hair and his little widow's peak thing going on, and his like very stark features. As he comes towards the cell, beckons one of the guards to move forward with the keys, opens it, and joins you all as the door shuts behind him. What happened?
What didn't happen?
A lot happened.
I was told that there was a creature, and you all
Sort
were
of.
involved with the murder of.
A shadow monster appeared, murdered a guard, stabbed
Involved?
my friend Yari here.
That's a stretch. We were adjacent.
Gerda, shush. I'm sorry, Captain. We were on our way out of the palace. A shadow monster appeared in the hallway, sliced a guard in half, stabbed my friend Yari here through the gut. She managed to get a swipe off at it, and it disappeared.
And you all were on your way out.
Yes,
Correct.
we were leaving.
Yari, what's the guard's name?
Captain
Alda.
Ilmar.
Oh,
Alda
but he hasn't
Ilmar.
met them. She hasn't met them.
She has not.
Yari goes, Captain, have you been in this building before?
The palace?
Yes.
Yes.
Where we are now, does it lead to an exit to the palace?
In a manner of speaking, yes. There are plenty of exits.
Okay.
How do you mean?
It was just very odd because we were in a small, very out of the way circuitous dining hall. And then when we asked to leave, the guard who was killed led us this way instead. And it seemed kind of odd because we came from the other direction. And that's when the shadow thing attacked, when we were asking why we were going this way instead of that way, back the way we came, because we were just wondering why we were winding more through the interior of the building. So I was just wondering if maybe like if there was something this way that we weren't meant to see or something. Like, I don't know. I'm grasping at straws. I don't know what that thing was.
Okay, please make me a deception check.
Come on. 15 plus
Technically,
3.
that's true.
It's 18.
Yeah, no. Yeah, on an 18, you are in fact being truthful, right?
Yeah.
Do you have an understanding that you know where it came from, right? But you don't
I
know
have
what
a
it is.
I have an idea of where it
Yeah,
came from.
you are technically not lying. We are skirting the truth here.
Yes,
And
is a delicate dance.
that is odd.
This,
You all,
the-
yes.
this whole thing seemed really strange. The Duke
my-
seemed really
my-
cagey when we were talking to him. He led us to a really way out of the way place for a food in our honor, but there was no one else there. The guards were trying to. It's like they were trying to delay us or something.
That is odd. How was the Duke when you saw him?
He
Very
seemed
He was like
Really?
Amador right now, head
Yeah.
sideways.
No way.
Felt-
He seemed. I've never met a Duke before, but he seemed really interested in what was going on at the guild hall for some reason.
Odd. He has not granted me audience in some months now. Let me go and see if I can manage your release, and we can go talk about this with the Duke.
But before you do, there was a cleric or another guards person who healed me, and I didn't get a chance to thank her.
Oh yes, yeah, we would like to thank.
Of course.
'Cause that was a bad stab.
It was bad. There's still it's still bleeding a little. I mean, it's not as bad as the other guy. He was cut in half.
Yeah.
Of course.
Crazy.
Yes. I'll be right back. As he goes to leave,
Oh yeah, he was doing that when I saw him last time.
he kind of like leans onto the bars as he straightens up and then walks off. The doors.
As
The
he
gate
turns
shuts
to
behind.
leave, is there anybody looking at me?
Not really. The two guards that are kind of like at the gate are more focused on the captain leaving and waiting for him to pass as he shuts the door. You're
like
probably in their peripheral vision, but
I would like to try to stealthily cast Detect Thoughts before he gets out of range.
okay.
Can I give him the help action if he needs to be stealthy? Because I see him starting to mutter and move hands
He does need to
And-
be stealthy.
and get in the way of eye shot.
Yeah, you definitely can.
He's like 2 feet taller than you, but yeah, sure.
You understand, Yari, that like this is they're
I don't
very
know-
much
Yeah,
using
I don't know what
the-
he's doing, but
Right.
I don't want
But
people to see it.
your understanding is that he's trying to do something, and these guards, if they were to see anything, would be out of their peripheral vision. So your only goal is to direct where they're
Yeah.
looking, right?
Would I be able to see this too?
Probably.
Okay,
You're
I guidance him too.
in the cell
Well,
next to Rosati.
Guidance is
So-
an actual someone would see you casting
Oh,
guidance.
true.
So you
Never
would be
mind.
under
Yeah.
the same stipulation. You would be rolling stealth, right?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that.
So it is, however, a Wisdom 14 if I
Wisdom?
decide to push deeper,
Okay.
other than surface level.
Start with
Yeah.
surface.
So you cast Detect Thoughts. The guard on the right of the gate, as you're kind of looking, you just kind of catch pictures of food. There's a turkey leg here. There's like a mug of ale.
poor guy.
There's like a very distinct vision of jerky here, and you feel this like deep sorrow as the picture of the jerky comes up. The other guard is very much kind of blank. There's not a whole lot going on surface level here. It's more so kind of like a clock ticking down.
Yeah, end of a shift.
Now off of the guard captain, there's a large swirl of emotions. You catch concern, pictures of like shadows flash through your mind over concern. There is this level of confusion as you see pictures of your own faces there and the cell, and sadness and a deeper level of concern as the picture of the Duke flashes in his mind.
I'm just worried about the Duke.
Can I,
Dig
off
deeper.
of that, in the moment, off of that, can I infer what his, like an insight into what his, when I see the Duke, like, is he like trying to put pieces together that something's fishy, or is he like a very big sympathizer kind of?
So I'll let you roll insight,
Okay.
or
Or
I will roll a saving throw.
fuck, the save's only a 14.
Can anybody roll insight or only Rusati?
Only Rosati.
Only this is all in Rusati's head, so none of us
Oh,
know
okay,
this is
I
happening.
understand.
Let's see, what is my insight? My insight's only a +1.
Oh,
You know what? Go
Uh,
ahead and roll the saving throw.
yeah. Statistically,
Okay.
saving throw is a better idea.
So specifically on this image of the Duke as it flashes through his head, you're going to try to delve deeper. He rolls a 9 on the die. So you do delve deeper.
Oh, nice.
As you look into this and you focus on that picture of the Duke in his head, more memories flash. The Duke sitting on a chair in a rather opulent room, this very fancy bed in the background with kind of the curtains drawn, a book in his hands as he flips the pages, reading a story. Another picture of the Duke in you're kind of looking through eyes here. The Duke next to you sparring with a sword. Another picture. You're staring at the back of a horse's head. You're on horseback, the wind in your face, galloping. The Duke next to you, riding a horse along the trails. And then you're back in your own mind.
So do I gather that these two were friends?
They grew up together.
Or
seems
like
Worth noting, the Duke was a full adult in these
Oh, okay.
visions.
okay,
I-
so
an uncle
Lovers.
figure.
can I infer from what you just told me, DM, that he used to be closer to the Duke than in recent past, where he hasn't had an audience with him
Yeah.
a month or whatever it's been?
For
Fell in
sure.
love.
100% yes.
Okay. I relay that quietly to the group, that there's definitely something afoot with all of this. So I tell them exactly what transpired.
Tilvius is just getting really agitated. He's like pacing the cell.
At this point, Alda Ilmar is out of eyeshot. You hear the footsteps going up the stairs, out of the dungeon here, and then nothing. It returns to the two guards pacing back and forth, kind of crisscrossing their paths in front of the cell.
One of two things is going to happen when he comes back. Either we're going to get let out of here and it's all going to be whatever, or he's going to come back having been told a line of bullshit and we're all going to get executed. So we need to be prepared for both of those. So I'm not real sure what we need to do to prepare for that, but that's what I'm feeling here.
Tilvius is gonna walk up to the grate and shout for one of the guards to come over. Hey,
Yes.
who has a bad heart in this? Who does the Duke know who has a bad heart?
What?
Someone
Very
the Duke
simple
knows.
question.
There's something wrong with their heart. Who is it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. And they move to walk away.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Natural 20 for 26.
Okay.
Oh my god, I can't believe I did that.
Fuck. Okay.
I love it.
So
Love it.
on a natural 20, what you get is this as this guard goes to move away, that was genuine confusion at what you were pitching to them. There's no farther emotion, no farther thought on this other than this motherfucker's grasping at straws, trying to come up with some random shit, and there's not enough time left in my day for this bullshit.
This guard don't
Um,
know the Duke.
as as you're looking at that though, and you kind of watch them walk away and they go to cross paths with the other guard, the other guard had heard part of this conversation, and went from looking at the both of you to looking back up the stairs.
Oh,
Is this the hungry guard?
Shit.
This is the hungry
No.
guard, yes.
No. Wait a minute. So, are you inferring that he's thinking about food or thinking about the guard captain?
I feel like
Right,
change
he
in the
might-
wind.
He knows
Because he
knows.
keeps stumbling and shit. Maybe he's the one with the bad heart.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I think you might be onto something.
I'll see if that hungry guard wants to come over, and I'll be like, "Hey,
I can't.
we still have jerky if
I-
you're still hungry."
I can't.
Bro, I have tea. Do you like tea?
I have mushrooms.
Look,
Tea?
I'm gone in 10 minutes.
You're not gone.
Enough of this.
10 minutes is
stuff.
enough time to drink a cup of tea, friend.
Got you,
And
bud.
perhaps maybe some jerky.
Like, hold on a second. May I?
He takes,
May I? I'm not doing anything funny.
takes a step
May I?
away and just looks at you as he is contemplating walking away.
7 foot
May
tall.
I make you a piece of or a cup of tea, please?
I cannot take food from.
All right,
I
well,
can't.
It's
let me
just
Rusadi, it's okay. It's okay. Let me ask you this. What's your name?
Arl?
Arl. Do you know is Captain Ilmar okay?
you know the Muffin Man.
He's fine. Yes.
Insight check. Oh, not as good. 12.
You don't know. There's probably more to that answer, but you can't tell which direction he's going to.
Right.
He seems pretty focused on this like 10 minutes. He's really ticking it down in his head. If that's all. And he goes to walk away. Time passes. The two guards that were pacing in front of your cell exit. You hear a multitude of footsteps up and down the stairs here and through the cells as the guard changes and freshens up. You hear probably those of you that are being incredibly attentive with your passive perceptions, I'd say here 5, maybe 4 to 6 sets of footsteps enter the dungeon and take either seats around the table or pacing back and forth. 5 minutes goes by. 10
Hey,
minutes
any
goes by.
news from Captain Ilmar?
We haven't heard anything yet. 15 minutes goes by. Half an hour. An hour goes by.
Well, let's wait for Jeff to come back at that moment. Oh, if an hour goes by, Argyle, you get a short rest.
Yes. If you would like a short rest, you may have it.
I will take a short rest.
In the meantime, we'll move to Cirrus as he looks around his new location, the strange trees and the odd mushrooms and flowing leaves like water, and the strange object in the sky that he has seen before. as this place is not lit by the veil. And no Kevin. Feels bad. Poor Kevin is just having a time. But yeah.
I was muted that whole time.
How dare.
What are you saying?
Poor Cirrus should have never made a deal with Morgan.
True. I hope you all meet the patron.
I'm
that
gonna
would
love
be
to
fun.
meet this patron.
It'd be so fun.
I hope you all meet them soon. We'll see.
So, Tilvius,
I think everyone's taking a short break.
that's fine. That's fine. I'm just gonna sit over here and make some tea. Would you like some?
No.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
How's Telpius'
Gerda, do you want you? Okay. I'll make some for Gerda. I'll make enough for everybody, and then they can either take it or not.
Yeah, kind of just set out the cups.
Thank you.
Hey, Telvius, can you roll me a d6, please?
5.
Okay. Anybody who drinks the tea gets 5 temporary hit points for the day.
This is good. Telpius, how's your mental state?
Not very good.
No?
No.
What's going through Telvius' head?
Tilvius is gonna get out of here.
At what cost?
Tilvius is gonna get out of here.
Fair enough.
There is no cost.
Fair enough.
There is only
The cost
the
is
getting
freedom.
yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Would anybody like to roll anything to figure anything out, or think about anything that's going on today? Maybe reflect on anything.
I would like to medically correlate, because I'm well read and I'm versed in medicine and things like that, just from like my dealings in the shop and whatnot. Like, we did herbal remedies and things like that for people's ailments and stuff. I want to, now that I've seen the captain and whatnot, can I put what I'm trying to better correlate the two things, my idea. Like, can I infer that I'm correct, or am I just blowing smoke up my own ass?
Roll medicine.
All right, medicine, here we go. Hacha, that's going to be terrible. That's a 15 total.
On a 15 total, there is correlation here. Like, you could realistically see that being the case, that being the reason why. But you can't say with 100% certainty, and it could be any number of things, right? Bro could have allergies, you know? He could have ate some bad shellfish. Like, it could be any number of things.
I don't know. I just drink my tea, and I guess if nobody else has anything they've got going on, I would like to inspect the lock on the door.
Yeah.
Casually.
I need to wait for Yari to come back.
Could I theoretically, if I wanted to, do I feel like if I froze these bars that with a decent enough little, we could pop the lock on this bitch?
Make an investigation check.
Certainly.
We are trying to escape at this point. Is that
Not
where
yet.
we're at?
Not yet. We're
That is
figuring out
cocked
if
in
we
the
can.
box.
This is hypothetical. It's hypothetical.
Hey, that's pretty
Yeah.
good. Investigation, that's a 19 total.
Okay. On a 19 total, you start kind of pacing the railing here of the cell. These are relatively well-made metal bars. You can't exactly tell what type of metal. You have a feeling that if you froze them and with enough force, you might be able to break them free, but it would take a significant amount of force. Obviously, less force than if you were to just hit them with a hammer now, but it would still be a difficult job. What I will give you on that investigation is as you're walking up and down, back and forth here, you take a look at the lock. It's kind of a simple padlock put on the outside of like a little pad with a hook on it that just holds the gate in place here. But as you're looking at this simple padlock, you feel magic from it.
Hypothetically, if I were to shoot it with an acid arrow, do you think like it would melt? If that's the route we chose to go, or do
I have a feeling that if we fuck with this lock, somebody's gonna know.
So mayhaps we find another way out.
I
won't give you more than that you feel magic here. Yeah.
It's okay. I'll cast the first level detect magic. Give
As
me
a ritual?
more, Daddy. Sure, give me more.
Okay. So, as a ritual with detect magic,
Is there alarm on this bitch? Is
Okay,
it
did we
just got
die?
the-
Are we in the
the
afterlife?
lock
What
spell?
happened?
Like
you
knock?
haven't died. As you are looking
Sorry
at
for
this,
leaving.
you catch like distinct white lines coming out of the lock, and you can tell that this is abjuration of some kind. And
what?
these white lines kind of intersect almost like a web, forming what looks like a keyhole.
It's a magic lock.
So it's magically locked.
So I could not use Druidcraft to make the lock or the rosebud or something because it itself is magic and is not really a lock.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
Joff, what you have
Yeah.
missed in this time,
Prepare knock.
they have investigated the walls here, or the gate. The beams look sturdy. The lock looks magic. They had a conversation with the guard captain. I don't believe you were here for that, right?
He came back.
He has
No.
not come back yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It has been an hour, so you may take a short rest, and he has not returned.
Okay.
Also, Rosati handed out tea for those if anybody would like to take the tea. I believe it was 5 temporary hit points if you do take it.
I'll take that.
Me too.
I'll take that. That'll technically put me at max hit points, and then I don't have to do a hit die.
Yari,
Yes.
can you control it?
I've never not controlled it before.
It's been an hour.
Are
getting
the
okay.
keys in this room?
We don't know.
The door is magically locked.
Yari,
If
put
I
it in the
can,
hall. Put it
if
in the
I
hall.
can, if I can control it, I can get out.
Put it in the hall.
It's got to be close to me. I have to see it.
Just
We
look
are
through the
talking
bars.
about
Put it there.
shadow.
Hold on, before you go doing that, let me. I sit down at the back of the cell and start thumbing through my book. Give me just a minute.
We've had an hour, Rusati. We've had an hour.
Look. I just thought about this.
no,
Give me a
Rusati.
second.
No.
I believe
Yari.
in you.
I just sit down and start reading.
Yari,
Yes.
trust me.
Oh, okay. Okay. I took my short rest. Okay. How far away can I do it? Is the hallway within 15 feet of me?
Yes.
Okay. So I get as close as I can to the bars, and I put it 15 feet away from me down the hall.
Okay.
Oh,
May I ask a retro question real quick before we do that?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I can or cannot swap out spells on a short rest.
You cannot. I believe it's a long rest.
So long. Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna sit back, cross-legged at the back
You
of the
can-
cell and watch this go down.
You can recover a spell slot.
I did that. I did that.
So, as you place this, are you trying to do anything?
All I'm doing is what Tilvius asked me to do, and that is put it in the hallway.
Okay. As the
Put it
creature,
in the hallway.
as the creature appears in the hallway, there is
Everyone
a
died.
slight pause and then a cacophony of yells from all the guards in the hallway as they rush forward. Some of them drawing blades, some of them forming like a defensive barrier on the stairs from where you guys can see just the foot of those as they begin to charge, yelling, the shadow creature's real, it's here, call for backup as you hear footsteps up the stairs.
And I say to Yari, I say, don't have it do anything.
Okay.
They close on it, all of them grabbing swords and their shields held forward, one towards the back holding a spear out.
It stands there menacingly, as it does.
Okay. The guard towards the back is going to start attacking it. So how does this work, Joff?
It has an AC of 16, and if it gets hit, it dissipates.
The first guard takes his sword and his shield and he goes to slash at it, and kind of just like moving with as if like wind was shifting a branch. The shadow just kind of weaves backwards and then to the side as the blade passes where it was and the spear jabs where it was. Also, roll me a wisdom save.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. Not my worth. 14.
Okay. On a 14, nothing awful happens. You feel as if you are good. Everything's great. The tingle turns to like a prick on your shoulder.
Yari turns to look at her shoulder.
Nothing out of the ordinary there.
That's weird. It's doing what I'm telling it to.
Let it get hit.
I am. They're kind of inept.
Okay. All right, we're good. Once again, the soldier with the sword and shield kind of looks confused as he's like extended here. He pulls back and jabs, and once again, he just completely misses the shadow. Like the shadow has not moved, is standing still, and this guard jabbed and hit absolutely nothing. And as he does, the guy behind him kind of takes the spear along his left side and jabs as it pierces through the center of the shadow. Do I have to roll damage or does it just disappear?
It has 1 hit point, so
Yeah,
it just
poofs.
Yeah, so as the spear collides through it, it dissipates and all the guards kind of look around and then they get back to back and form a circle.
Yari, have it appear in the corner of this cell.
Of our cell?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I conjure it in the cell.
Guards, it's in here! Help! Let us out!
Would this be deception or
I will allow you performance or deception.
okay, I don't have performance, but
Performance.
can I give the help action because we can do either? Can I give the help action to Tilvius?
Yes.
Okay.
What's 18 plus 7?
25.
25.
Yeah, there we go. That's
Yari's
with
like
advantage.
grabbing onto the bars and shaking them.
Okay. You watch as there's this moment of hesitation as the guards have kind of like formed a little shield wall among themselves, kind of like in a circle. And as they do, they kind of look at each other. One of them rushes to the table, grabs the keys, rushes over to the cell, slams the keys in as he pulls the padlock off, flings the gate open, and all of them kind of like usher you out as they're forming a shield wall.
I say, give us our weapons. We can help you fight.
Gerda vomits in fear.
That's legit.
Yeah, they'll direct you like over towards the table. There's like all of your packs and bags and whatnot are sitting at the table as they've all kind of like just stood here creating a wall and are like kind of The one with the shield and the spear that had initially fought him are kind of closing on the shadow once more as they're inside the cell. And the other 3 guards are standing outside of that, kind of covering the exit.
How
I
many?
would like to grab my dagger, because I had a dagger, and I'm gonna run up behind those guards that are going in after it. And I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm like, I'm right here with you. Let's go.
There's 5 guards in total here.
Is there more than one? Is there more than one jail cell in here, or just
Yeah,
one?
as you look down the rest of the hallway, there are many smaller jail cells here, like maybe a fifth of the size of this holding tank.
I give Tilvius a look like, what do you want me to do? And I start moving the shadow, because I don't have to verbally command it. It just
No, it just
does.
You want.
I start having it move like across the back of the jail cell, and then I have it dissipate, and then on my next bonus action, however that works out, because we're not in initiative, I put it in another cell, and I have it like popping through the different cells.
I'll lean over to Yari and make sure that everyone is paying attention to this and not to the 2 of us before I say anything. And I say, put it at the end of the hallway opposite the stairs.
It disappears for a moment, and then, provided that's within 15 feet of me, I put it where Tilvius asked me to. End of the hallway at the base of the stairs.
Okay.
Have we
As you do
What was
this,
that? What was that, Gerda?
we retained our weapons that we
Yes,
We got all our
stripped?
weapons back.
You got
Okay.
all your weapons back.
Okay, thank you. Go on,
as
Shiro.
as you do this, and as you're blinking it in between the cells, as like the shadows kind of wafting in that direction, as if like the wind had carried pieces of it. All the guards are kind of watching it, and as they do, they've kind of like formed back up on each other in front of the stairs now, as they are kind of like holding a wall here. And as it appears at the end of the hallway, all of the guards look at each other, and those 2 that were holding that shield and sword and the spear look back at everyone else, and then they look at the creature, and they make their way down the hallway towards it. Both of them kind of back to back, watching each other, as the other 3 guards remain here at the stairs, kind of holding a wall in front of the stairs.
I'll motion everyone to back up towards the stairs where those 3 guards are. And I'm like pointing.
Oh, you mean like wait
swords.
towards? I can't get more than 15 feet away from it.
Oh, that was 30.
Oh, it's 30. It's 30 feet. Okay. I can't conjure it more than 15. I can't get more than 30. Okay.
So it's probably not at the end of the hallway here, but it's towards like the middle, down this little oubliette looking.
Okay, so there's 2 guards down the hallway facing the shadow.
Right.
There's a shield wall of guards in our way from getting out.
Correct.
And they're paying attention to us or the shadow?
The shadow mostly. They're kind of watching everything. This thing has made it known that it can move quickly and erratically. So they are formed up, paying attention to anything that might happen, weapons drawn and at the ready.
We get really close, and I whisper to whisper to Tilvius, what do you want me to do? Like, we're still stuck.
Behind us, up the stairs.
I can switch with it.
No.
Okay. Behind us, up the stairs.
Yeah.
All right. I dissipate it and put it behind us up the stairs.
Okay. As you dissipate it, you put it up the stairs. Roll me another wisdom save.
Okay. Ooh, this isn't good. That's 8 total.
Okay. On an 8 total. Well, first, the shadow disappears from down the hallway. And as it does, the two guards kind of like close in on each other very close, kind of like circling around to see where it's moved, as the guards on the stairs all kind of form up, waiting for it to appear again. That prick on your shoulder starts to burn. It is actively uncomfortable and painful now. And as you do, instead of appearing at the top of the stairs, it appears at the bottom of the stairs, facing you. And then it disappears and appears where you wanted it to be. As the guards on the stairs all turn towards it, and at the ready start moving towards it.
And I'll shout out, "There it is, charge!" And I will try to charge past the guards up the stairs towards it.
Yeah, man. You charge past. Are you making an attack on it?
I'm making an attack.
Okay.
That's not very good. That is 7.
Yeah, 7 does not hit. Once
No.
again, and almost as if you had planned this, right? The shadow is there. You kind of reach out with the short sword to slash at it, and you misjudge how much room there is here as it kind of clanks against the wall, and your hand goes wide around it as you zoom past the shadow.
Yeah.
Up the stairs.
Everyone charge!
Okay. Hearing that,
Anyone running will outstrip the trio of guards that is kind of like slowly and methodically moving their way up the stairs here.
okay. Check this out, Shiro. Are you ready for these shenanigans?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yari charges the shadow. We're up. This is the hallway, the way out, technically, right?
Right.
Okay. Yari charges the shadow, and then instead of using her attack on the shadow, she uses her attack through the shadow to grapple herself and throw her past the shadow, so it looks like the shadow grabs her and throws her.
Beautiful.
Tasty.
Okay. I'm on board with it. I fuck with it.
Because it says, let's see.
Yeah.
It's not the teleport. It says when you take the attack action on your turn, you may make the attack action originate from your space or the echo's space.
So you're having the echo.
Okay.
So I'm attacking me from the echo's space.
As soon as it grabs Yari and
Well, I have
throws-
to see if I can do it because
Yes.
it's my attack action.
See,
Right.
roll your see if you can do it number.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be very good because I'm terrible at an unarmed strike, which is what grappling is.
No, you're
Well,
gonna be great.
It's
You're gonna do fine.
It's contested
believe in
athletics,
you.
right?
Oh, it's contested athletics.
It's
Okay.
contested athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. Then I'll let it use acrobatics, and I will use athletics. So it has a +6, and I have a -1. It gets a 24.
You can also choose to fail.
Well, I want to make it look real.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it gets a 24, and I get a 7.
Yeah.
One fail.
As you're all watching this, there is a moment where the shadow creature takes its sword and jams it into the side of the wall here, as this like shadowy sword is now sticking out of the wall. It takes both hands and grabs Red by the collar and just chucks her up the stairs. Sorry, Yari, up the stairs.
I
As
just start yelling, "It's got my friend! Charge!" And I go running at the stairs.
It draws the sword out of the wall and moves back down to appear like it's going to attack people.
So we should attack it so our ploy is plausible, right? Okay.
100%.
I throw a firebolt at it.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
That is a 16.
That's 16 on the die. That's it.
Just beats it.
Cool.
Yep.
Or just
I,
beat it.
I don't need to roll because it does at least 1 point of damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So as you're kind of like running up with the rest of the party, and you chuck out this, stick your hand out and throw this little firebolt at it. As it impacts, the entire shadow lights up, and there's this flash of that reddish orange light of like magical fire as it illuminates and burns all the shadow out.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get-
I'll continue up to the top of the stairs.
Are you where's Yari? Where's Yari? And I just keep running.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, you all book it up the stairs, and there's a moment of hesitation and confusion as the guards behind you kind of figure out what's going on, where this thing went, what happened, and then they realize you're all gone. And they will move to chase after you at a severely late junction here. So, what are we doing once you all get to the top of the stairs here?
We're of course, Yari's got up and she's moving, and she's like, "Rusati, you said you knew which way to go.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go."
Okay, then
I second
from
that.
my keen memory, I will go the way I know out.
Let's get the
Okay.
fuck out of here.
So, first, roll me an intelligence check or
I get
a survival check. Straight intelligence or survival. Your call.
Everybody or just Rusati?
Just
it's
result.
going to be.
If anybody has
Guidance.
Guide
well,
me.
And
there's guidance, and there's also
Right.
like if anyone can do the help action. I'm not proficient in
Not sure how to help
survival.
someone remember something.
yeah, you won't be able to help with the intelligence check, but if you are proficient in survival, you might be able to figure something out.
Oh, actually,
That is going to be a 18 total, sir.
On intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay.
rolled a 17 for survival.
What is proficient on survival? What would you consider that?
Okay.
If
Means you have a little
proficiency
dot.
on the survival skill.
Mine
Sylvia's-
just says +6.
Does
Yeah.
it have a little solid dot next to it? Well, if you're +6,
Yeah,
then probably.
Yeah, I have a solid dot.
Oh, that means
Sylvia's-
you're proficient in it.
So
Roll
can I
me-
help?
Roll me a D100.
D100.
I'm sorry,
Cool.
what was that?
And I will say on the next one, Gerda, we'll throw help in there.
50.
Okay. Rizzotti, on your 18, you're kind of like booking it through. You head back to the right here. You have no idea what the fuck is to the left. That is completely out of your realm. You head right back to that intersection. You take a glance to the right, and you see the kind of like velvet rug here is still soaked red, just crimson. You follow straight across this intersection here, and as you're running back this way that you know, to the exit, Tilvius, you spot something. There is a distinct difference between the way that Rizzotti is running and this little like detour off to the right hand side. The candelabra here looks a little bit more elegant, a little bit more refined. You're taking a look at the chandelier. There's diamonds in it rather than just plain gold. The marbling here looks a little bit finer off to this right-hand path, as Rizzotti is taking you straight away, not down this more elegant seeming direction.
I'll tap Rusati and say, "What's down here?"
Rizzotti, you have
don't
no
know.
fucking clue.
I don't know. This is the way that I know gets us the fuck out of here. What are you talking about?
We've already
Keeping in mind, the only way you know out is through the front gate.
Oh, that's true.
we've already killed somebody. Are we quibbling about breaking a window and skulking through the grounds? I mean,
I
somebody's
don't
blood
think
is
so.
We're just-
I don't think we
rug,
haven't
not
seen any
30
windows.
What?
We're just trying to get out. That's all.
Is
So
at
no,
this
no,
point-
not a room has a window we could bust through, is what you were saying.
It is at this point that you guys do hear footsteps all around you, in different corridors and different directions.
I put back the way we came as far as I can muster it. Like I'm keeping the shadow like 30 feet behind us.
Okay.
It's fucking chasing us.
So, We are currently at this little like
okay.
T intersection.
Tilvius, make a decision right now. The way we came, or whatever the fuck you were just talking about, no idea.
Fancy hall.
Fuck it. Fancy hall, let's go.
Okay.
Fancy hall.
You guys head down this fancy hall, and there are a couple of doors and exits here. There's a couple of branching pathways. You see some steps that go up towards the upper hall here. There's like a velvet rug that lines these like marble steps that lead up. And it looks like there's a grand balcony that oversees this little area. You see 2 doors on the opposite side of the stairs. There's a hallway in between these doors, and then at the far end there is one door that leads into some room.
Does it seem like everything's kind of like angled towards that door?
Not
maybe
particularly.
that's his quarters.
It seems like everything is kind of centered on this staircase here, and everything was built with that in mind.
While everyone is deciding which way to go, Red's keeping a little bit behind everybody to make sure that the shadow can stay as far back as possible, and goes, Argyle, do you have any tricks that we could put like behind us?
Sleeping. I put him in my pocket. Oh,
Amador.
Hi, friend. Hi, friend. We need some tricks to give us a moment.
Do you have any like tricks? Like, I don't know, like caltrips, but like, magic. Anything to cover our tracks?
No, I don't. I do not. No, I have nothing. I can make water. That's about
Up the stairs.
I'm following Tilvius at this point.
As you all kind of decide to head up the stairs, you start hearing footsteps from that T intersection that you just came from. As you all bum rush up the stairs. At the top here, you get to that kind of balcony that oversees everything. There's one door centered on the balcony, very opulent with kind of like marbled decorations of gold into the work in the door here. Off to the left-hand side, there's another door. Off to the right-hand side, there's another door. And then kind of like in a box shape, there are more doors around this. But they all look like normal doors as opposed to the one fancy door. Feel free to choose whichever one you want.
Yeah,
Where are we going? Oh, okay, let's go.
So you guys crack open this door and you rush inside. And inside, directly in front of you, you see a large glass window that looks like it has a handle on it that opens out onto a balcony. That you see greenery. You see those same like trimmed hedges here. And it's getting towards like the veil light is starting to die out at this point. But you stand in this opulent, very refined room. Ruzadi, you've seen this bed before. You've seen this room before.
What?
You saw it in a memory. As you're looking around, this appears to be like a very refined bedroom. There's this large 4-poster bed with kind of like these opulent curtains hanging around it that are kind of like almost like the starry sky as you're looking through. You see an open door that looks like it leads to like a large tub in the background. As you look across to the other side, there's a door that leads into like what looks like rows of books that line something here. You see a desk with papers strewn across it.
Okay.
This is from the
Tilvius.
captain's memory.
Tilvius. You guys get to the window, find us a way the fuck out of here, and I'm going to run over to the desk and see if I can scrounge anything that's of worth, and we're getting the fuck out of here.
We steal the papers, right?
Is there anybody in the room? I mean, that would be a great thing to know.
There's not anyone in the room, no.
Okay. Anybody got a better plan? 3, 2, 1. Fuck it. Let's go.
Do what you're gonna do. Can we see down the stairs from where we're at?
Yeah.
Shadow.
So I'll place the shadow down the stairs and then have eyes on it.
Okay. As you kind of like move out and you put the shadow down, as you're looking and you're sensing around this area, you feel the guards enter this T section and come out to the foyer underneath the this like balcony area here. And as they do, they immediately rush the shadow. And the first one that gets to it has that like velvet plume coming off the back of his helmet as he takes a short sword and jabs it through the shadow as it dissipates.
Okay.
I rolled a 20 for investigation, by the way, on the desk.
I was gonna say I wanted a guidance, so I just didn't want to cut you off.
Okay, let me see if I get better.
Yeah, 24. Come on.
22
Woo!
for just a quick cursory investigation, pulling anything of worth, value, or anything like that.
You sprint over to this desk as I assume somebody else is heading towards the window. You're pulling open drawers. You snatch all of the papers off. Now, are you making it blatantly obvious that you are just taking shit off this?
Abso-fucking-lutely just ripping everything into my bag of holding.
You are tearing things off of this. Your 22 investigation, you're pulling out drawers here. And you get to the right-hand side, the middle drawer. As you go to yank it out, you just fucking pull the drawer out. And you aren't expecting as something falls into the place that you just pulled out. It looks like there was some fake panel underneath the drawer above this. And out of it drops a leather-bound tome. Completely covered in some type of cloth.
Oh yeah, we putting that shit in the bag. All right, I got the goods. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yari looks back and says, "If you need more time, I can try to fight them from here."
Yari, please make me a stealth check.
Tilvius, what's the answer? What do we got? What
is that?
You're muted, bud.
18 total.
I was saying, let's see what happens with the stealth check first.
Okay. With your 18 total, the guards are quickly glancing around looking for someone, and as you notice this, you kind of duck behind one of the pillars that are kind of holding up the balcony here, or the railing on the balcony. As they kind of run off in different directions, they're opening up some of the doors to check. As you're kind of glancing, you see what looks like a whole dining hall. You see a very long table and chairs and whatnot in one of the rooms as they shut the door, and then they rush down the hallway, or some of them rush down the hallway here as others of them start slowly kind of looking around and hesitate to head up the stairs. So, what's going on in the room?
Yeah. Do you need more time, or are we going?
What floor are we
Good.
on? We're on the second floor, right?
Good?
Correct.
How high up? Okay. I have a blanket. I have rope. I have whatever we need to rappel off this bitch. Let's go. Or we just jump and take the fucking damage and keep going.
How far up are we?
Like 20
You're on the
feet,
second
15 feet.
Yeah, you're about 20
So
feet up.
20
Okay.
feet.
Yari
Fuck it.
just goes out on the balcony, and she calls.
Well, currently nobody has opened the
Okay.
window yet.
Yari.
Oh, I'll have done that.
Okay. Please make me a thieves tools check, as there is a lock here.
20, dirty 20.
Yeah. You come up, and this is not a complicated lock. You pretty much just rake through it as it slides open, and the
Okay.
window's open.
I have something I would like to do as we're filing out onto the balcony. I have a case of lamp oil in my bag. I'm going to pull the lamp oil out and right just inside the threshold of the doorway so they can't see me from down below. I'm going to spread this fucking oil out all over the place. And then when we leave, as I'm going over the railing, I'm going to throw a firebolt on that so that they've got a fire to contend with while we're running away as a distraction.
Okay. It is at this point, as you are getting ready, that you guys start hearing footsteps on stairs, on that like velvet carpet that lines the stairs.
Fucking go, fucking go, fucking go. Phew, I throw the fucking fire and over the railing I go.
You just jumping?
I'm fucking jumping.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Over the fucking edge I go.
Well,
I have a question. I can turn into a giant wolf spider. Is my strand of web strong enough to hold anybody, or is that just a spider web?
I think it's just a spider web.
Okay, never mind. I'm jumping too.
You could turn into a spider and you could silk yourself down. That might cushion your fall a little bit.
Okay.
can I?
So
Yari goes to the edge.
You get a shadow switch.
Puts the shadow on the
Yeah.
ground and swaps. But I don't know if anybody sees this, but instead of the very calm swap that happened before when she went between the bars on the way into the manor, the shadow reaches, grabs her by the cuff, and throws her into place. The switch is violent, and she lands prone.
as you land prone, the uncomfortable burning sensation in your left shoulder turns into a stabbing sensation.
Do I take damage?
No.
Do I feel that too?
Okay, how much
If it's
damage
from-
do you take as we
okay.
fuck off?
Those of you that fell will take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Perfect.
That's
I
fair.
wanted to expend a spell slot to make a potion of flight and just float.
Yeah, 100%. You can kind of like frog float your way down.
Look like a frog swimming in the pond.
That's an awesome visual. I like to think that Gerda just hits the ground face first, but then rolls and gets up with like a bloody tooth, like, let's fucking go.
That's on brand, but why would I not turn into a spider and slither down on a strand?
I mean, you
Yeah,
can do
dude.
whatever you want.
Yeah, you
Could
can
I
do
have done
Anything
anything.
you
that?
want.
Sure.
Shiro
Sure.
talked so fast I felt like I couldn't say it. Can
Yeah.
I say it now that I did that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Spider.
You elbow into the
You-
conversation whenever
you-
you want.
You kind of like turn into a little spider and web
A
your
cute
way
little
down.
spider.
It takes a minute for you to web your way down compared to everybody else, but you manage it just fine. You will not take the 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
It was a delicate descent.
At this point, you're all hearing shouts of fire, fire, up above now in the room. Some of the groundskeepers near you. There's one guy that just has like this little gardening hat on his head. He's got the large like hedge clippers. He's clipping away at the hedges. He looks oddly at all of you as you've just jumped off a balcony, and then he
I'm
looks.
gonna shout at him. I'm gonna shout at him. Run! There's a shadow monster and now a fire! Get out of the grounds! Run!
You watch as he drops the hedge clippers and books it towards the front gate. He's headed kind of towards the east, towards the front gate. There's that same like fenced-in wall all around the grounds here that leads off.
Could we find a place to fuck off over the wall instead of going out through the front gate and slip away?
You could run. You don't see anything in the distance besides like some of the mountains to the northwest, as well as that waterfall to the northeast here, or to the east.
I just want a direction that we can get ourselves so that we're not being pursued and we can like take a minute to like
you
circle
guys-
back our shit.
You guys can book it just towards the mountains here and see what is on this overlook, because you are higher up at this point. So you guys book it forward to the edge of the fence here, and as you look over, you see a sheer cliff drop off into a pool of water below you. And as you're looking at this pool of water, you notice something coming out of the cliff face. There's a large pipe, and some type of liquid seems to be draining out of it.
Sewers.
Right.
Gerda, like you're completely 100% amazing with sewers and things like that. Do you think we
Sewer
could
rat.
like fucking hide down there for a little bit?
In a sewer? I mean, 100. I
I-
could lead you purely by my sense of smell.
And I would say you're probably 30 to 40 feet up from this pool of water.
Well,
Oh, from the pool of water?
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
how deep
Yeah.
is the pool?
Okay, hold on.
You don't
So
know.
pool of water. Are we talking like ocean or lake or river or just
You know,
what
we
are we
don't know.
talking?
Like
She
a
was just, we
large
don't know,
pond.
but I could transform into some sort of creature to climb down and test the depth. And if it is deep enough, we could all jump with no damage, right?
I turn around and take a
That's
look,
not
and
how
are we being
actually works.
pursued? Can
Yeah,
we
totally.
perceive? Can we perceive if we have
as-
time to just?
Oh shit! As you turn around to look, there are people that you can see through the balcony window here that are kind of like fighting the fire. They're like have massive drapes and are kind of like flinging them at the fire, attempting to put it out. And as you're looking,
Fools.
there is a man standing with that same red plume in the entrance that you took to get to the gardens here, pointing at all of you.
Cool. I jump off into the water.
So there's a fence here, right? There's like a fence. So you have to deal with the fence in front of you and then the sheer face fall.
What is
below
the
that
fence
wall.
made of? Can I not cut it with my bone scimitar?
You could try. It
Can I
appears
try
to
that
be-
now?
It appears to be
What kind
some type of metal. There's like a white paint on it. They look like white bars of some kind.
Okay, well, I will first attempt to cut it with my bone scimitar.
Where she goes to hit it, I'm gonna hit it with an ice knife to make it brittle.
Oh, okay.
So I
Double
fucking
trouble.
see this
I
shit
see that-
coming and I wham it.
Yari sees the hand motion for ice knife and goes, "Oh shit!" and does a dive roll.
Yeah. we back up.
Itakundasa!
I didn't roll great. I only got a 9.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
So what I'm
Come
gonna
on,
say.
ice knife.
What I'm gonna say is your ice knife hits this the railing here and roll damage for that.
Okay, that's gonna be 1d10. Where's my d10? That's not a d10. That's a d10. 8.
Okay.
8 points of damage.
So as you cast this ice knife here and it impacts, there's this like shudder as the entire gate around that shakes from the impact, and you watch as the ice clings to this bar, like a couple of the bars here. Gerda, as you go to like take your blade and you smack it against this, you impact, and there's this like reverberation as your blade bounces back off. Kind of
Hit it
shaking the ground.
again!
Can I hit it again?
Sure.
Let me hit it again.
Is there enough room for me to stand on the other side? Because I'll just kind of fly over.
Yeah, you 100% can just fly over the bars here.
I rolled better this time. This time I have a 20.
Okay, roll damage.
Yeah. Hold on.
How far would you say man with red plume is from us?
He has begun booking it across the field with 11 guards behind him. There may be a minute's run from you.
Okay.
My damage was including my bonus, it was a 9.
Okay.
I rolled a d6.
We will double that. Okay. You take your blade and you ram it against this, and 2 of the 4 frozen bars here kind of snap.
Can
as
we
they
slip through?
kind of break through. Those of you of a smaller disposition could likely fit through this gap.
So three
Those
of
of
us.
you of a larger disposition, not
Alright.
so much.
Fuck it. I go fly back over. I'm gonna spend my last spell slot and like make a potion of flight and just like in the nicest way possible shove it in like Tilvius's face. Like drink it. Masadi, get on his back right now. Let's go. Andale pues.
Who all could not fit through except for Tilvius?
Sylvius and Rusalvi are very big.
At this point, with that many guards coming our way, I tell everybody who can get through to get through.
Get on my back. Get on my back, Rusadi.
I like that idea.
Can you carry me?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Fuck
you
it!
can
I
fly.
jump and
We've
grab
got
onto
a
Tilvius's neck like this.
Pegatar. We got
Yeah.
a
That's
Pegatar.
right, an Orcatar. And here we go.
I'll fly over and down and into that pipe.
This
Okay.
is fucking insane.
Yari and Gerda and Argyle can fit through the hole.
I could just fly
Yeah.
over. I still have
Yes.
flight.
So
Into the sewers we go.
are the rest of you jumping into the water here? Because keep in mind, you're about 30, maybe 40 feet up.
You could put me down and go back and get them really quick if you want. I mean, that shouldn't take.
I don't know how much time we've got.
We are at
Okay.
the point where the guards are closing on you.
Okay,
and we'll start-
fucking go. Just
I'm
All right.
gonna turn into a rat. I can turn into another creature, right?
What's the
Yeah,
You have
Yeah,
one
one
more.
Gerda?
I'm gonna turn to a rat right now. So my
Wait, Gerda. I'm in a metagame. Are you ready? I'm so
I-
sorry, but I'm gonna
I
do it.
don't understand.
You're gonna take damage from the fall. Do you have a bigger creature that you can turn into? Because if you can turn into a big creature, then the damage won't bleed into your normal Gerda form.
But due to physics, if I become a smaller creature, I will not take damage.
You will still take damage.
You'll still take damage.
Oh, physics do not apply in this realm. So become a larger creature is what you were saying.
If you have something that has more hit points, it's probably
Something
worthwhile
with
to
the
do
most hit
that.
points you can muster.
as
Okay. Okay, yes, I actually become a giant badger.
Do that in the air as you're falling.
That's what I'm doing. I did that in the air
Okay.
as I was falling. Was I
Um,
became a
I
giant
just don't want you to get hurt.
Those of you that are
Yari.
flying down, make your way into this little tunnel here. And as you come in, you're looking at this kind of like darkened water. It's not like a sludge color. It's just kind of like a dark water going on here. As you head into this little tunnel, there's a gate here with another padlock that looks very familiar. The rest of you collide with the water as you're falling. If you jumped, you will take.
Can I do my teleportation trick again?
You
Yeah,
only do it
And
within
I'll still
15
take
feet.
I'll still take 10 feet of damage, but
yeah. So you will take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and the rest of you will take 5 points of bludgeoning damage if you jumped.
Just Gerda, I think.
Yeah. So Gerda, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage to the badger form.
Yeah. That's,
so you're still a badger.
I am still a badger, and I still have hit points left. So
Still a badger.
You still a badger?
I would imagine everybody tunnels into the little tunnel here. There's maybe 20 feet before this grate with a lock on it.
I like to see Yari swims to the edge of the thing and is like trying to hoist a badger.
Just pushing the badger up
You're
into
like-
the tunnel.
oh,
Get
that's
out the
so
tunnel.
sweet.
That's cute.
From above you, you'll hear shouts of below, around, as there are hurried steps.
Can I shoot
Okay.
the lock with my acid
we're
arrow?
going. We're
Let me-
going through this fucking
Let me
gate.
try to pick it first.
So keep
you
in
said
mind,
this lock
this,
looked familiar.
yeah, it looks similar to the lock that was inside of the jail cell.
A magic
Uh,
lock?
Does Rusati still have detect magic up?
No.
No,
It's been more than 10 minutes. That's right.
for sure.
Yeah, it's been like an hour.
Can he pick it, or do I need to
No.
shatter this bitch?
I will remind you that we are headed back in. Like there is a large kind of like plateau area, and that is what this castle sat on. You were headed back into the kind of plateau here.
There is no
Okay.
other way for us to go but this.
You could head off to the other side of the pond that kind of leads back down into the sea, right? Like it feeds back into the sea, back into the port.
But where we are right now is basically going into the under
into
portion
the castle.
Of this
Why are we
castle.
going under the castle? Why don't we just get
Okay,
the fuck
should we
outta
just
here?
not fuck off across the water and into the ocean?
I think so. Let's just do like the salmon do, and
Head out.
yeah, let's just go upstream, dog.
I mean, I'm here for it. This is D&D at its finest. I'm here for it.
Okay. You will head back, wade your way through the water. Those of you that end up with any of it. There's like this odd salty taste to it. Not a fan as you wade your way through. It kind of like combines out into a river that heads a little downhill here. As you eventually, everybody make me an athletics check.
Athletics or acrobatics?
What about two people who are flying?
Natural 20.
If you are actively flying, you do not have to make it. However,
I'm just flying
what-
like a foot off the ground.
what
I'm
is the duration?
Oh. 1 hour.
I got an 8.
Oh, if it has to be athletics, which it doesn't really matter anyway, I
Does
got
not?
a 0.
It happens for 10 minutes.
What happened?
Okay.
I got a
Argyle,
0.
Yours is going to be running out at this point after you've had across the thing. So at some point you will have to swim. Tilvius, yours has not quite run out yet.
I'll fly for as long as I can. I won't get this chance until I go to bed again.
I think we just found out that Red can't swim, or that Yari can't swim.
Can someone
Because
probably
I got
ride
a
on
negative
Tobias'
1
back,
minus
though?
1.
Anybody that had to make an athletics check, which is everybody but Tilvius, if you rolled below a 5, you take a point of exhaustion.
Oof.
I rolled a natural 20. Could I jump off of Tilvius's back and put Red on, or not Red, but Yari on my back instead, and just swim? Because I'm quite a bit larger.
That's a good point.
Where's the thing that says that you get?
A point of exhaustion?
Yeah, where's the exhaustion on this thing?
Under
Well,
conditions.
hold up, because
Oh, there we go.
that is a fair point.
No, we honor negatives.
That is true.
He can just
our
do it after the
failures.
fact.
And you can let it resolve. That's fine. I'm still going to do what I
Okay.
did.
So what I'm gonna say is on a nat 20, you're kind of riding on the back of Tilvius here, and rather than surfing, rather than like actively swimming yourself, you're taking a look around, and you notice that there's kind of a divergence here in the river. One path seems to lead kind of back towards like the beach area that you came to before, and the other one leads into the port here. And as you're looking, you see many travelers going along the road towards the beach here, and the route towards the dock kind of goes underneath a lot of the wood and like the bridges here and the boats, and it appears to be very shaded. So
We should like Heidi shaded, like we
Heidi
could
shaded,
hide.
yes.
Heidi shaded. We need to go this way, like that way. Much cover, get away this way.
I thirst you.
So you all head in to the actual port of Ceres that I don't believe anybody besides Gerda has been to yet, which Gerda, we haven't covered what you did while you were here. You guys head into
Shady
the
bitch.
actual port of Ceres, where ships are coming and going. There's so many people here moving around the ships, getting ready to like board and trade and move product into Ceres and out of Ceres. And you all come to like this little wharf where there's a ladder that leads up into the dock proper. You all kind of like take it and hurry your way up. People give you odd looks as you then are ignored by everyone here as you kind of just blend into the comings and goings of the port.
Could we quickly do a search for like a clothing shop or somewhere where we could like purchase something to maybe like give ourselves a little disguise while we're
roll
trying to
investigation.
screw off out of here? Cool. As long as everybody's down with that, of course. I'll be like, hey, let's maybe try to ditch our clothes or something and change things up a little bit.
Rasati, do you know prestidigitation?
I do not.
Yeah. How about
You
Argyle?
said investigation?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
I rolled a 4.
I will let Argyle answer this question before I explain.
What happened now? What did I do?
Do you know
Do you know prestidigitation?
I do not know prestidigitation.
Oh man, I was hoping someone could just
Wow.
try us off real quick. Only
So-
Cirrus.
I only have so many cantrip slots right now.
Yeah.
So
Rosati, as you're kind of looking around, you take a glance and you see some people coming in and out of one of this like little storefront, very tiny shop with like a little square 4-panel window here, and a doorway next to it. And they seem to be going in and coming out with like different things. They look like they're wearing clothes that you would wear on the sea, right? Getting ready to go. You see people coming out and heading towards ships.
okay, Tilvius, we can totally change our look right here. What's our play after this? Yari, Argyle, Gerda,
about to say,
where are we going?
Yari?
What are we doing?
Yeah, Yari, do you want to head back to the guild or just want to fuck off?
If we like what's important to people, if we don't go back to the guild, then we don't figure out any of this. If we don't care about any of this, we can go anywhere the fuck we want.
I'm kind of in it for the adventure, so I have no opinion either way, and I say we just follow our hearts as a team, and I'm in it to win it.
I'm real curious about what Rusati found on the desk.
I really want to investigate all the things that I just shoved into this bag, but right now we got to get the fuzz off of us.
Should we take up a nom de plume on a ship then?
I mean, we could always.
I don't.
I don't
Let's
know. I don't know
not
what the
get
answer is.
Ourselves stuck on a ship. There's a whole.
That's
land that we
right.
can-
You don't.
Why don't we change our clothes, find a seedy fucking hotel, get us a room, and go through this shit and make a plan?
As you're all kind of like sitting here, you're sitting at like the head of the wharf, like you've climbed to the top of the dock, and there's a ship like right next to you, with like the boarding plank heading off. And at this point, Tilvius, you are hit in the side of the head as something just soft slams into you. Dry yourself. As you look back at the ship, and there's this individual kind of has thrown a little like cloth blanket thing at you, wearing this like stupid fucking tricorn goddamn pirate hat, wearing like the red crimson like pirate robes thing going on.
Are we
Very
gonna be
like
fucking
Commodore
pirates?
looking motherfucker. He's got an eye patch over one eye.
Are we gonna be
A
pirates?
scabbard with
Is it?
a little scimitar. It is not anyone you know.
Okay, phew.
Should I take it in my hand and throw it at him? I'll do it.
What? Don't.
No.
Did he hit you with something offensively?
Oh.
No, he gave me something to dry myself off with.
Oh, it was a friend thing. Sorry, I misinterpreted.
Yeah. So he hit you
My
with
bad. My bad. I just got your
dry-
back.
dry yourself. I can smell you from here.
Thanks.
Thanks, mate.
It was rude.
Thank you.
And
I'll
he'll
dry
turn
myself
back
off.
to get on the ship.
I guess wet horses do smell.
Yeah, I smell like a wet pony.
Are you still a badger, or you're not a badger anymore?
Am I a badger? No, my
you can
badger.
be a badger for like 2 hours if you want.
I could be. I could be. Yeah.
Great disguise.
John
I
Badger.
honestly think I'm still a badger. I can.
I'm
say
totally
that
gonna ask
we're
them if they
number
have
equal to
clothes
half
for a
of my
badger.
Druid level. So
Cool.
I think I'm still a badger, and I'm just gonna kind of roll with that, where no one knows I'm a human, and I'm kind of just some disgusting creature rolling in dirt at your feet, but listening in on the conversation, eavesdropping like a fly on the wall
Perfect.
as I munch on garbage.
We could go to that coffee shop, right? It's kind of hidden away. The one that you took us to, right, Yari?
I mean, yeah, but that's not a place to hide.
But it's not a place people would expect us to go.
You know, honestly, that's not a bad idea. It is kind of a speakeasy. It's not a place that guards would frequent. But it's not like, it's not like Riff Raff Central. If we're looking for places
No, we just be place to lay low. I don't care about riffraff. Rusati, let's go in and just like buy hats and cloaks for everyone.
Sounds great. We
Do
go
I
in
need
and
a
buy
cloak,
hats and cloaks
even though
for
I'm a
everybody.
badger?
You'll turn back into a person soon enough. So
Right.
You
So
guys,
you'll
buy
buy a
one for
hide
Dota
cloak
anyway.
for me.
We shall get you one.
it's not very busy in this little shop. There's just a little old lady sitting behind that's kind of like sewing as you come in, who just looks up at you and goes, "Take what you want. Any outfit will be 2 silver, and you may go." And it is worth noting, the individual that threw the token at you sat on top of a rather large, like, galley of a ship with encrusted on the side. It says Stormhound.
Storm what?
Stormhound.
Stormhound.
Storm.
Does that ring any
More
bells?
dog stuff. Yeah, does that ring any bells?
Not for you.
Not
Okay.
for me.
Don't believe anyone has heard that one.
Can I do a history check?
Sure.
Proficient in history, may I aid them?
Yeah, go
Well,
for it.
you and I are buying clothes, Rosati.
Oh, that's true. I'm not there. Never mind.
I got a 10. 5 plus 5.
On a 10, you know that, like, historically people try to name their ship something like strong, but the name Stormhound doesn't come up in any of your studies or like histories of like famous ships.
Okay. It was a shot.
So,
So-
2 silver per
Silver,
outfit. We're
1,
buying
2,
5
3,
outfits.
4, 5,
Can I get princely pantaloons?
10.
and,
So a gold.
Yeah, I'll remove a gold.
I don't think they have
I
anything
will-
princely
I will-
in here.
Just cloaks
He
and hats.
pays
Just
a
cloaks and
gold.
hats,
I
guys.
tip a gold.
Yeah. You guys come out dressed in your best patchwork pirate gear. Very much budget.
Fuck yes. Budget pirate.
Yeah, budget pirate we've got going on
Okay.
here.
Wow. Somebody draw that.
If I'm
Budget
still a badger,
pirate.
I bite off my paw and put a peg paw
Oh.
on.
Tilvius ends up with this. That's beautiful, by the way. That is fucking amazing. Oh, I'm here for it.
Peg leg. We have
Um,
a peg leg pet badger.
Yes.
Peg leg
Fuck
badger.
Name
Tilvius ends up in this like multicolored shirt that has like a little patch sewn onto it from where they just ran out of fabric. Rosati's wearing just like a plain white shirt that looks like somebody had like slashed through it. There's like a little gaping like slash in the middle of the shirt. Yari is wearing this slightly too short cloak. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough out here.
And I bought a hat for each of us also.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Y'all can tell me what your hats look like. Nothing too fancy.
Mine is like a Robin Hood hat with like a feather in it.
Beautiful.
Can mine be like a captain's tricorn, but like half of one of the tricorns is like eaten? It looks like something obviously ate the person who
Like
laughed
yes.
for it.
100%.
It's like stained.
I just want like an old Englishman's hat, you know, the kind of the rounded top with the shorter like leather bill. Just
Beautiful. 100%.
Mine is made out of straw matted in mud, so it becomes a hard clay that looks like dirt.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Fuck yeah.
with a peg
straw
leg.
hat, but it's like
Yeah.
an Adobe straw hat.
It's made
Yari
like a clay.
Yari is wearing a sleeping cap that is 4 sizes too large and is like over her eyes a little bit, and the tip is
That's
down
so
on one side, and
cute.
she's very unhappy about it.
Beautiful.
Can I get an eye
I
patch
love
too?
it.
Yes, 100% you can get
All
an eye
right.
patch.
Sylvia's
They,
wants the eye patch.
they didn't actually have like the standard just black leather eye patches. They're just like odd fabrics that have been mixed together. So I'd say you found one that is like kind of like a black leather almost, but it's like faux leather or something. And it's got this like light blue string around it to attach itself to your head.
Beautiful.
You know,
Beautiful. We
we're
look
wearing different
amazing.
clothes, but we have a centaur, an orc, a rat, and a frog.
Badger.
And,
We have a badger.
a badger.
You
don't
that actually
get
took the
any-
most-
You don't get any more looks than you got the first time you walked into the city.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
All right.
So
Yari,
are we finding a place to hang out or
Coffee
what are
shop.
we doing?
Yari's coffee shop.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
down.
yeah, we can go there. we're we're we are not dressed for it.
I think that's kind of the point.
No, you don't understand. You're saying, hey, let's go to the swankiest hidden coffee shop in all of Port Saris, and we're dressed like trash people.
So maybe we go to a downgraded coffee shop.
There's lots of those.
Okay. So I would just prefer to be off the street anytime soon. So somebody make a choice and let's go there.
We are not trying to find a place to sleep. We are just trying to find a place that we don't not have to pay for a room.
No, we're trying to find a place just to hide.
Yeah,
Just to
we
live
want
up.
to hide for a little bit.
All right. Let me do. How about this?
Look good.
How about Yari does I don't know, what would you say, a history check to see if she knows of a place that's like a place
Under a bridge, maybe.
to hide in Port Saris.
Sure.
Yeah, like a ramshackle.
She never really had to do this, but it seems like something she might have at least researched. No, 9.
On a 9, the places that you have hid before inside the city are very spur of the moment.
Yeah.
Foreclosures that have happened, places that you stumbled upon that were desolate. Nothing that you think you can go back to that hasn't been renovated or changed.
And if we just like hop to the bad part of town, of course that's where they're going to look. They're going to be looking in one of two places, either the skeezy bits or the guild hall, because they knew we were guild.
So let's go middle of the road. Hold on a second. I'm going to walk and find the nearest, not most dumb looking dock worker and just ask some questions about if I was looking for a middle of the road establishment where I could get a room and nobody would fucking bother me. Where would I go?
Well, the lights tell us that way. And he points to this like dingy little like building tilting to the side, 4-story high little hovel.
Beautiful. And I tuck a gold coin in his pocket.
He raises his eyebrows at you, looks at you.
You never saw me.
Who? And he walks over.
I
Exactly.
believe right down here is a place, and I didn't catch the name, DM.
Lights.
Lights what?
Lights Tail.
Like Tail or Tale?
Tale.
How about we go there, get some drinks, grab a room, and let's go through the stuff and make a plan.
Okay. I'm pretty easy to spot, Yari says as she just notices the weirdness of her, and she says, Tilvius, do you have a large bag? Like, does Tilvius have a large saddlebags kind of a thing for Tilvius?
I have a backpack and I have 2 saddlebags.
Okay.
Mimic is in one of the saddlebags, and there's a bunch of stuff in the other one. I don't have much free
You
space.
don't have much space. Do you have enough room for a small fox?
I can make room for a small fox.
Okay. Argyle, you have that weird bag. Okay. Okay. I don't think my bag with my stuff can go in that bag, but could you put my clothes and stuff in that bag?
Yeah, of course.
And then Tilvius, maybe we can put my
Yeah, we'll
bag
put some
on.
of my stuff in there too.
Okay, and maybe Tilvius, you could wear my bag with my bow and the item.
How
my
long can
weird-
you hold your breath? You could just hide in the bag.
Let's not try that.
That's not that's not what I'm going for. I'm gonna make it so that you're not we're not a party of we're not a party of 5. We're a party of 4. And I'll use my.
Am I still a badger?
You're still a badger,
So I'm not part of the party necessarily, right?
but you're gonna change back in a little bit because you'll
How long
be
does it
forced
take?
to.
I can be a badger for 2 hours, I think.
Yeah. So you probably have another 45 minutes, I'd say.
So I could not be a party member. I could slither. I could scuttle in.
Yeah, for a while. But I'm gonna make sure that we are a very different looking crew, although one of us is a centaur, no matter what we do. And so I turn into my fox form, and I crawl into the non-mimic saddlebag,
Yes.
and then make sure that my stuff is getting carried. But I don't want I don't want my bag with the hidden sword to be put in a bag of holding. I don't know what magic plus magic does, and I'm not willing to find out right now.
Fair enough. You shift, no problem. The pain in your shoulder is still there, however.
Okay.
So Light's tail.
Yeah, you guys head through. You don't get too many looks. Many people look very similar to you. Definitely a port of call and an adventurer's port at that, right? You guys head over to this dingy little like tilted building on the side. You head inside. There's like a tap room here with a small stage on the end and a bar in front. There's this minotaur individual with like long blonde hair or hair coming off of 2 horns that kind of angle out to the side. Feminine in looks as much as you can get as a minotaur, who's doing the same thing as you see at every goddamn bar. She's cleaning glass. Just
with the
just
the
cleaning
rag
the
in the glass,
Yep.
wiping down the bar.
You see a couple people in here, and you see as you come in, people kind of like turn to look at you, and a lot of them are kind of getting up and making their way out of the tavern. It's a little early, but it's kind of clearing out as you all come in.
I'm gonna go up to the innkeeper, barkeeper, whoever looks to be kind of in charge ish.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna ask for a room and some drinks and food for my friends.
In the particular food that you have in mind?
How about you just run it through the kitchen, pal, and bring it to the table?
Okay. She starts pouring out drinks, just this amber liquid into clear glasses. So she kind of slides them out to anybody that wants some. She heads over to the kitchen, slides that out. Did you ask for rooms?
I asked for
How many rooms?
How big is your biggest room available?
2 beds.
I mean, I'm okay with sleeping on the floor, so how about 1 room, 2 beds?
Just she heads back. She grabs a little like metal kind of dirt dingy key and slides it across to 203 up on the 2nd floor. As she
Thank you kindly.
piles on food and everything. And just a word of warning: you may want to settle quickly and head out. The Duke's address begins within the hour.
Where would we be headed to? Out of curiosity, we just got into town like just now. Like what?
Any open area, they'll project it.
Right.
As she goes about her business.
2 things. 1, I'm gonna pull out. How much did I just pay?
All together, maybe 5 silver because you only paid for like the night, right?
Right. I'm going to palm her 5 gold, and I'm going to say, "You never saw me, and we are not here."
203 is up for innovation.
Beautiful.
Watch the lamp when you are dusting and moving. Thank you. She moves about her
Got it.
business.
Okay. We are good for the night. No one's going to know we're here. Food and drink are coming out. Something about the Duke is going to be speaking in like less than an hour. We can watch out the window.
Chip, 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 chip.
Chirp, chirp.
I want to know what that book is.
Okay. Let's grab our stuff and go up to the room.
Okay. Just grab your food and drink. You head up to the room. Straw mats. You've definitely gone from like the nicer beds that you were in at the guild hall to the bottom of the barrel. This is what we got. Little straw cots in a corner going
It's
on.
fine. It's fine. We're safe. It's all good.
There's a window here. There's a small little bedside table in between the two beds with a lamp on it.
She said, be careful with the lamp.
All right.
All right. So we're eating, we're drinking, and I'm going to empty all the shit out of the bag that came from that desk.
Yeah, you empty it out. You've got papers. You've got that book kind of bound together in a little cloth here. Yeah. Are you
Before I open the book, I want to investigate that shit to make sure it's not trapped.
okay? So you are undoing the cloth that's over this book.
Gently.
Okay. As you do, you uncover this. You take this like cloth out, and as you're looking at it, it's odd. You don't think you've seen this material before. You reach out to touch it, and it feels like you're touching skin as you move your hand across it. It appears as if somebody had taken skin and stretched it, peeled it, and bound it as a tome.
Guys,
That's
it's
awful.
it's the Necronomicon, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh, I
It's
like
real
that.
terrible. So what do we got going on here?
Can you identify it?
Ew.
I can, yeah. Hold on. I think. Yep. I ritually cast identify.
Watch out. Last time somebody cast Identify, they died.
That's true.
So, as you cast Identify, we're going to do something a little odd with this Identify spell. Rosati disappears.
I'm sorry. What?
What the fuck is going on with the identify spell in this town? Yari,
I do not like
I say to
There-
Little Fox, I say, Yari, I hate this town.
Chip,
There
chip,
will
chip.
be a slight delay of a few minutes of Rosati being gone. You all may do what you will in this time. The papers are still there. Rosati and the book are gone.
But do you mean slight?
It's going to take a
Slight
while for him to get back.
Oh, so we have a few minutes and then he reappears?
Chirp,
Uh-huh.
chirp, chirp,
And then we're going to
chirp, chirp,
cover what happened to Rosati.
Please wait while we connect you through the switchboard.
chirp, chirp.
I guess I can have Argyle kind of going through all the papers and reading them.
Yeah, so a lot of them talk about like state,
I'll be right
like
back,
matters
man.
of state. Some of them go over like trades that the Duke is going through, and some of the councils are doing trades for like plant life and greenery. Inside the city gets talked about. There's talks about what they're going to construct and demolish next. You see things about like payments to the guards. You see some about like the taxes that are sent to Anralat. And in that form about taxes sent to Anralat, you see many lines crossed off or like blacked out. You see things about payments. You're kind of looking. Why don't you make me an investigation check?
Can I give myself guidance?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be 15.
Okay. On a 15, you see like in some of the notes that are kind of like deep down, they're like little scrawled things that were written. You catching like payments and correspondence that have kind of been blacked out or like ripped or burned. And at the bottom, you just see Vidir.
Just Vidir.
Yep. Just the name Vidir. There's a bunch of other papers here too, mostly about like business related to the goings on of Port Saris.
Okay. It's mostly trade notes and business, boring stuff, but it does mention Vidir here. That's kind of interesting.
So, Rosati, you as you cast Identify, you take your little pearl and you're hovering it here over the tome. As you do, you blink and your landscape changes. All around you, the sky turns red. The clouds disappear. The veil is gone. There is just this like pale red light that suffuses everything around you. You are in a barren wasteland of a barren just the ground is a crag of rock that has been split. In the distance you see mountains, and all around you you see odd creatures. Some of them look like red beings with massive horns coming out of their head. You spot a suit of just dark encrusted armor that looks like it has blood stains all over it, that has little holes in its eyes, and you hear the clank as it moves across the wasteland. You see individuals that look like just massive grotesque monstrosities that have many horns coming out of their head and like pieces of dark tendrils coming out of their body. And what strikes you as odd is all of them seem to be attacking one another. They are tearing into each other, rending flesh from flesh. That's what you see. And as you look down at the book and you continue with the spell, the creatures that are tearing into one another, the blood starts to run towards you.
What?
And as it kind of runs through this barren wasteland and gets to Rosati's feet, you appear back in the room with everyone else.
So
You're back. What did you see?
Well, I recant my little sachet there. This here, fellas, this is some kind of bad, wicked voodoo fucking necrotome of some kind. And it likes to drink the blood of weird ass creatures.
Hate this town.
Oh,
Can't have shit here.
am I able to read anything in this book?
Do you want to open it?
Yeah.
Okay. Make me a wisdom save.
Sure. I'm really good at that. That's a 21.
Okay. You feel a presence try to communicate with you as you touch the book and go to open it. But you close your mind off to it. So you open up the book. What languages do you speak?
Oh shit, nothing fancy. Common, Gnomish, Orcish.
This is written in a language that you do not know.
Yari looks over his shoulder. Does she read it?
What do you speak?
I speak common and a
Something.
language.
Okay.
Yes.
It is not. It is not that.
I don't recognize it.
I also do the same. I read Grung, Common, and Draconic.
You do not understand these.
Ah!
They are written in a violent, barbaric tact, almost as if somebody had taken ink and splashed it to a page.
Okay, so even if I can't read it, super well versed in like books and language and all this kinds of shit. Would I know what language it is even if I can't read it? Or the base of it?
You tell me. I will let you roll a history check and tell me how Ruzati's studies of the other planes has gone.
Okay. So let me roll
Has
here.
has he had a lot of studies in the other planes?
So to be completely fair, I would say his studies have not taken him planar just yet because I'm assuming Mama hasn't really decided that I needed to know that, and I rolled a natural 1. So I don't really know anything. So I do not identify what this language is.
Yeah, you have no idea.
No clue. So we'll have to put this to rest and figure it out. Oh, by the way, as I'm munching on food, looking at the book, something just tried to talk to me out of the book here, and I kind of closed it off.
Jesus, it's like the paintings.
I don't know, but it didn't feel very nice. So,
Wrap it back up.
I think we're going to tuck this away for a little bit. And I will close the book and then wrap it back up and stick it in my bag of holding.
Okay. There are about 15 minutes left after you finished your investigation of the book before anything happens. Would you all like to do anything?
Not particularly at the moment.
Well, I can't turn back into a fox today if I decide I don't want to be a fox anymore. So I'm gonna stay chirping, and maybe somebody has to speak with animals. I don't know. Actually, this is a dumb question. Is there any semblance of a mirror in here?
Yeah, I'd say there is. It's very smudged and cracked all through the center, but there is like a dressing mirror here.
Can I go look at my little fox shoulder that has been hurting?
Yeah, there is. You don't see a whole lot of like what's going on as you kind of like peer at your shoulder. But it almost looks like somebody has taken a stake, jabbed it into your shoulder, and twisted. The skin is like contorted and pulled.
Is it an open wound?
No, it just looks like somebody has contorted and pulled the flesh.
Okay.
This is a Tony question to Joff. If your fucking thing doesn't attack something, do you take the damage instead?
No, I haven't. I don't know. That hasn't happened yet. When I rolled that natural 1 and it killed somebody without my request, that hadn't happened before either.
It was all new. It was all new.
Love it.
I don't know how it works.
I think. Rosati, roll a d20. Just roll a luck check. As we're sitting here doing fuck all, I think the pot needs more stirring. You know.
That's a 19 on the
Or I
die.
am.
Okay, a 19 on the die. You have felt sendings before, messages, mental things that have been sent to you. You feel that once again. You don't know who would be sending you a message through a spell, this mental image that appears in your mind. But you see a massive, towering, white pillar.
Oh, I know what that is.
Just appears in your mind.
That's it. That's literally all I get.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Does anybody know? And I recall in detail what I saw.
Chirp, chirpity, chirp, chirp, chirpity, chirp.
Oh, Yari knows, but you're fox.
Chirp.
Is it a place?
Chirp.
Do you know where it is?
Chirp.
Should we go there?
She kind of walks backwards.
That's good. That's good. Do I have any fucking inkling myself of what the hell this place is, or what that is?
You've heard stories of the White City, but that's it.
Okay, that's what I was thinking it was, but
Yeah, I think the bigger concern that Rosati would have is like, who in the world has the ability to send magical messages and knows you?
there's only one person I know of. Do I get any feeling, essence-wise?
Roll Arcana.
Not too bad. 17.
On a 17, you don't catch a signature on the spell. There's not much to go off of, like a mental message. It wasn't signed. There wasn't a verbal component to it. So there's not a whole lot to go on here.
Do I feel drawn to
It's
that
just
in any particular way?
It's just a picture.
Can I reply to the message?
You can reply to the message. That is how the spell works.
Perfect. Boy. Hello, whoever you are. Slightly confusing. Know where this is. Do I need to go there now? Question mark. That's it.
What follows is silence.
Great. That's great. Neat. Super cool. Fucking love mysteries. This is great. And I just walk over into the corner and start muttering while I look out the window.
Sure. We're going to take a minute while we wait for Tilvius to come back. And then we'll do the last little thing for tonight.
Excellent. I just have to say, the fucking badger with the peg leg is probably one of my favorite things from
It's so good,
And
dude.
if somebody does not draw me a badger with a peg leg, I'm going to be offended.
I'll see what I can do.
It's so
I am
good.
not. I wish
Crit to 5 yes.
God I could draw, but I cannot.
It's a Tilvius. Okay.
I tell you.
So, following that, as you're all kind of sitting around analyzing the book and the notes, eventually, you start to hear a like voice that reverberates through Port Saris itself, as the address from the Duke starts. There's no like immediate imagery around you from what you can see from your window, and you can't really pick up what you're hearing right now, as it's just kind of a voice reverberating through the city through your like closed window and the house. You just hear like this dull people of
Can we open a window?
You definitely can open the window.
Let's do
You
that.
kind of take the window and you slide it open, and as you do, you hear this address as the Duke is talking to the people of the city. Greetings, good people. I come to you with dire news. It has become known that the Empire seeks war once again.
Yep, we already knew that.
Saris, being the great city that it is, independent port that it is, hub of trade, will act as a bulwark against this, and we will defend our own. What I'm looking for from my faithful and ever devout people of Ceres is your support and your ability to defend the city. If you would like to help, you can support the city in many ways. Just know that Ceres will be going to war. And I believe we have the greatest people here. Now, who will serve? And there's a pause. And then there's some assent from like the crowds through the city. You feel certain people in the city that are just here to trade, especially because you're in the port. A lot of people are just kind of looking at this. Just what the fuck is going on here? Like, why would this ever happen? And there's a longer pause. Those of you with a higher passive perception, I think Yari is probably the only one that sees it.
Chirpity chirp chirp.
Yeah, as a fucking fox. Yari, the veil looks wrong. The center of the veil is too large. And you hear again, who will serve? And the veil, the center of the veil gets larger and larger. And the ascent through the city gets larger. And then you hear a final, who will serve?
Before that, I nip at Tilvius and motion up to the sky.
Yeah. Up in the sky,
I take out my eye patch and look.
You all see a large black circle in front of the veil. And as he says, who will serve, you see a couple of people down in this like little trade square raise their hands up in assent, and you hear a chorus through the city. And as that chorus goes out, people fall to the ground. And that's where we'll end tonight.
Oh,
Black
good.
circles, just like
Oh,
in
good. Here
Spain.
comes the Necro Army. Yes, a badger with a peg leg. Ah, it's already perfect.
Yeah. So we'll do outros, and then people can go to bed, including the one that looks like they already went to bed. Hi, Joe.
Very fair.
Chirpity chirp, chirp, chirpity chirp, 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 Goopa Chief Chirpa. Thanks for, I don't know, thanks for a good game. GG.
Hi, Tony.
Good evening, Andy. I would just like to say that tonight was a lot of fun. I truly enjoyed it. It's always good trying to run away from danger, perceived danger, or the danger that you make yourself. Not too crazy about the big black circle in the eye or the necromantic army that is befallen upon us. Back to you, Andy. Hope we don't die.
Hi, Amador.
Whoa! Was that a giant black hole in the sky with bodies strewn around us when they rose their hands? Gosh, I sure nothing bad happens to us. Thanks for DMing for us. It was a great game. I had a great time. I play Argyle. I was frogging. Ribbit, ribbit,
Don't worry.
ribbit, ribbit.
It was
Hi,
just
Chris.
David Koresh coming back. Don't worry.
Oh, God.
My God.
Hi,
Yeah,
Chris.
that's an old reference.
Right?
Hi. Tilvius now has an eye patch.
Tilvius does have an eye patch.
Cute boy with an eye patch. I love it.
Fuck yeah. And I have been Dakota Orshiro. Gerda, played by Emily, says their goodbyes. They were obviously tired. And we are very sad Juice could not join us tonight. Hopefully we'll be back next week. I hope everybody has a wonderful week or month or whenever the hell I see you again. Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's gonna happen next time? Well, you're gonna have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.